So in this video, we're going to take a look at creating the Gerson green juice, the very famous Gerson green juice. And so I have the book here, and this is the Gerson therapy. And on page 325, so we have the recipe for the green juice, which is here. I'm going to have a look at each of the ingredients. So in the book it says, obtain as many as possible of the following kinds of leaves and no others: romaine lettuce, Swiss chard, beet tops, watercress and some red cabbage, green pepper, endive, escarole and a medium apple. So I've got most of the ingredients here. The one thing that I don't have is the inner beet tops. So they would be just the leaves that are on top of beetroot. So let's go through each of them. So the first one is the romaine lettuce. So just to show you what the romaine lettuce is like. So this is a romaine lettuce I bought earlier today, and you can see that the leaves are quite long. But this also is a romaine lettuce. So it's obviously just a different type of romaine lettuce. And it's, I know, more compact. Very nice for salads, by the way. So that's the romaine lettuce. Then we have Swiss chard. So I have a bunch of Swiss chard here, and you can see the leaves. They're incredible, beautiful colors. Some of them have little spots on the leaves, and they actually look pretty cute. And some of the stems are yellow. That doesn't mean they're gone off. It's just part of the color, kind of a rainbow color. These ones are, you can see they're actually pink, which is really nice. And they kind of look a little bit prehistoric, I think, a little bit like, like that kale, that dinosaur kale. Then we have some red cabbage. So here's the red cabbage, just plain straightforward red cabbage. You can see I've already started it there. And then next we have the green pepper. So obviously everything here is organic, so no unorganic produce at all is allowed on the Gerson diet. Then we have endive. So this is the endive, pretty magnificent lettuce. This is about 2 or 3 times as big as I would normally get. This was the only one left in the shop today, so it's pretty big, as you can see, and you can see the leaves on the back. So you just want to take one off, for example, and just let you have a look. Now, normally these stems, they can be a little bit thinner and a little bit longer, so this is just one which is pretty rich, pretty nice. And so we'll use that. And then we've got escarole. So in Ireland, we call these chicory. So you can see I've got a yellow one and I've got kind of this purpley coloured one. I just thought I'll try both of them together because it's good to mix your colours, but it's not necessary. If you just have one colour or the other, that would be absolutely fine. Then we've got watercress. Okay, so here's the watercress. Pretty hard to find sometimes. If you're lucky, you might find it in your local organic shop, but it's pretty spicy stuff. If you try to eat it straight as it is, it's pretty hot, and might even be good for heating up some meals if that's what you want. But we put it in small doses into the juice, so you can taste it all right, but you can't taste it that much. And then we've got one medium apple. Now you can see that I've got, my apples here are mostly red. Whereas for Gerson, they really want you to use green apples. So yeah, I'm in the Netherlands at the moment. You can probably tell from the packaging. And I have yet to find a green organic apple. So I'm going to use this one for the juice. Okay, so that's everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use, I'm going to clear off all of these vegetables. I'm just going to prepare enough for one juice to show you exactly how I do it. So let's just do that. So let's say I'll take three of these leaves. We'll be taking, let's just throw a few more on there. I'll be taking 1/4 of that pepper, all of the apple. I'll be cutting parts of these. So let's say a few leaves. Oh, I forgot to show you red lettuce as well. You can see that this is one I've already started. So we'll take a few leaves of that. It's already prepared. So there's 3 leaves. Then I'm going to put some romaine. In fact, just for the variety, I'm just going to put a leaf from each, a little bit of watercress. I'm not going to put too much there. And then we've got the red cabbage. So I'm just going to peel off a little bit of that. So you can see there, a little bit of red cabbage. Okay, these out of the way. And then a little bit of the endive. So let's say I'm going to use 2 leaves of that. Now, I don't want my juice to be too big, so I have to be a little... Now for the apple, so I'm going to slice this in 4. You could use a corer, but I don't have one. Now just be careful, you can leave these little pieces, but don't leave any pips in it. Now for these, I'm just going to use a 1/4 of each one. Which is probably a lot, but in this instance it's fine. Then for the green pepper, I'm just going to take out the center. Again, make sure that there are no pips inside. So we're going to use a 1/4, so that's fine. So here you can see I've got my juicer, and I'm just going to set up the tripod just over the juicer itself so you can see what's actually happening here. Nice. So you can see that I've got the plunger here. It's been used quite a bit. So we'll start with the apples. And then we got a piece of pepper. Put in a little bit of I don't know if you can see there, but it's getting a little bit foamy, so I just like to leave it until it kind of goes down a bit. This is a slow juicer. That means it doesn't heat up when it's actually doing the juicing. So I'll just wait for a second. And different fruits and vegetables can cause it to actually start getting a little bit foamy. But it's not generally a big problem. Try some of this. When you put in food, just remember to push the previous item all the way down. There's the turd, very easy to go in. That's the red cabbage. Okay, it's not normally difficult to push in. Add a bit more red cabbage. Some more watercress. And you can see here, it's actually collecting all the stuff, all the debris. I'll show you that afterwards. And this juicer, I'm not especially recommending it. It's okay. It's pretty expensive, but it seems to be one of the better ones. I haven't any experience with anything else. Okay, so that's everything. Now, if you're a cancer patient, Gerson recommends that you put in some potassium. So my therapist has said to me to put in three teaspoons. So I'll just measure that out. 1, 2, 3. And you can see there that that's the juice that I've actually made. So it's a little bit foamy, but it is pretty good green juice. And we'll just put it into the glass. Sometimes I take the foam off. So there's your green juice, and I tend to take it with a straw.